I'm Judy Shaw for another episode of What's the Fund? Joining me today is Hakan Kaya. He is Senior Portfolio Manager at Neuberger Berman. Hakan, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Judy.
Now, before we get started, just a quick note to our viewers. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, Hakan, what's the fund you're talking about?
We will be talking about Neuberger Berman Commodity Strategy ETF with ticker NBCM.
Okay, great. So tell me about this fund. What's the strategy?
So Neuberger Berman Commodity Strategy ETF is a commodity long-only product that emphasizes broad-based allocation, risk diversification, and which puts emphasis on supply, demand fundamentals, role management, and execution efficiency. And here, unlike some passive approaches out there, Judy, that emphasize production weighting, what we would like to do is we would like to emphasize scarcity at a reasonable risk framework. And here we would like to triangulate this scarcity information using several sources. We will prefer commodities which come with higher propensity to be in these stockout regimes, which come with lower spare capacity, which has higher favorable stocks to use ratios and limited constraints days of coverage. We will chase scarcity. And when we will do that, we will also try to avoid storage costs. Deliberately try to avoid them as much as possible for long-term purposes because, in the long run, these storage costs, they add up and eat away from our profits. We also, try to use these markets as insurance transfer mechanisms, go out, be more present in those markets where there is a lot more insurance hedging activity going on, and try to collect or harvest that insurance premia from those people who are in the trade, not for making profit, but for solving business problems like balance sheet help, like regulatory risk. So we go out and provide that information and collect the insurance along the way. We pay a lot of attention to what contracts we will hold, try to minimize our roll costs as much as possible, maximize our roll yields as much as possible, but we will do this with an emphasis on liquidity and transaction costs. And finally, this strategy, Judy, comes with a kicker of an enhanced cash collateral management. Here again, trying to provide appealing real yields that are above and beyond what treasury markets are providing. So net, all in all, Neuberger Berman Commodity Strategy ETF is a time-tested investment vehicle that investors can use to solve inflation problems, now greenflation problems, with now a focus on commodity risks, supply-demand fundamentals, and execution efficiency as well.
Okay, so where should viewers go to learn more about this fund?
Sure. They can go to www.nb.com.
All right. Wonderful to talk with you, Hakan. Thanks for joining me on What's the Fund?
Thanks for having me, Judy.